The smell of your grandmother's kitchen. It wasn't fancy, but it was unforgettable. It smelled like flour, boiling water, maybe onions slowly softening in a pan. These meals weren't cooked for comfort. They were cooked for survival. During the Great Depression, wartime rationing, and long stretches where money simply didn't exist, families learned one rule very early: nothing gets wasted. Today, we're walking back into those kitchens and counting down 25 forgotten meals our grandparents ate to survive hard times. And before we get to the ones everyone remembers, wait until you hear what families ate when even bread ran out. Number 1. Beans and fried potatoes. This was dinner, more often than people like to admit. A pot of beans slowly simmering all day, and potatoes sliced thin and fried in whatever fat was left. Sometimes lard, sometimes bacon grease saved in a tin. Beans were cheap, filling, and dependable. Potatoes stretched the meal, made stomachs feel full, even when plates looked empty. This wasn't a special meal, it was survival on repeat. And for many families, this was dinner 3 or 4 nights a week. Number 2. Potato soup. Potato soup saved lives, quietly. Just potatoes, water, salt, maybe onions if luck allowed. As the soup simmered, the potatoes broke down naturally, thickening the broth without milk or cream. In Irish immigrant homes, this soup carried memory and fear from generations before. A hot bowl meant one thing: no one would go hungry tonight. And sometimes that was enough. If you think this is already basic, the next meals were made when families had even less than this. Number 3. Potato peel soup. When potatoes were peeled, the peels weren't trash. They were washed, kept thick, and dropped into boiling water. Flour thickened the broth, salt gave it flavor, and that was dinner. Government posters during World War II actually encouraged this, because hunger doesn't care about pride. This soup tasted thin, but it filled bellies and pulled vitamins from scraps people throw away today. Number 4. Bread and milk. Milk toast. Toast placed in a bowl, hot milk poured over it, sometimes sweetened, sometimes salted. For children, for the sick, for the elderly, this was often the last meal before real hunger. Simple, warm, gentle. It didn't look like food, but it kept people alive. Number 5. Onion sandwiches. 2 slices of bread, a thick slice of raw onion, salt, pepper, nothing else. Coal miners carried these underground. The smell kept others from stealing lunch. The onion provided vitamins. The bread filled the stomach. Sometimes sugar was sprinkled on top to soften the bite. This was hunger with dignity. From here on, these meals stop being creative and start becoming desperate. Number 6. Water pie. This one still shocks people. An empty pie crust filled with water, sugar, flour, butter, vanilla. Baked, it turned into something like custard. Families saved sugar rations just for this. Children thought it was dessert. Parents knew the truth. No one talked about water pie, and that silence was survival too. Number 7. Rice and beans. Dried beans soaked overnight, simmered all day. Rice cooked fresh. A ham bone if luck smiled. Salt pork if fortune allowed. This meal fed families of 8 for pennies. In the South, this was Monday food, laundry day food, food that didn't need watching. Halfway through this list, things get harder and quieter. Number 8. Garbage soup, Perpetual soup. Nothing edible went into the trash. Vegetable peels, bones, wilted greens. Everything went into one pot. That pot stayed warm day after day. Each night tasted different. Each night meant survival. It wasn't garbage, it was resistance. Number 9. Biscuits and gravy. Flour, fat, milk, or water. Gravy poured thick over biscuits. Meat was optional. Pepper created illusion. This meal powered farmers, factory workers, people who couldn't afford to rest. Cheap calories, maximum energy. Number 10. Fried bologna. One slice, cut at the edge to stop curling, dropped into a hot pan. It sizzled like real meat. Served on bread with mustard. Children loved it. Parents served it because they had to. That single slice often had to be enough. Number 11. Ham bone beans. The holiday ham never ended with the last slice. After Sunday dinner, after sandwiches, the bone was saved. Beans soaked overnight, then simmered all day with that bone. Slowly, every bit of flavor was pulled out. The meat fell apart. The broth thickened. That pot fed families for days. Leftovers weren't boring. They were security. Number 12. Tomato gravy. Bacon grease saved in a jar. Flour stirred slowly. Then tomatoes. Fresh when possible. Canned when not. The gravy turned red. Tangy. Comforting. Poured over biscuits, rice, or plain bread. It tasted bright in a world that often felt dull. Number 13. Sugar sandwiches. 2 slices of bread, butter or margarine, sugar sprinkled generously, sometimes cinnamon, if the house had it. Children thought it was dessert. Parents knew it was hunger wearing a sweet disguise. Many adults still remember this sandwich with mixed feelings, comfort and shame. Number 14. Potato peel fry-ups. Potato peels were scrubbed clean, thick, never wasted, dropped into hot grease, fried until crisp, salted, shared. What others threw away became food, because waste wasn't an option. If these meals sound familiar, it's because hard times have a way of repeating themselves. Number 15. Bread soup. When bread went stale, it didn't go bad. It went into a pot, broken apart, boiled in water or broth, sometimes an egg whisked in at the end to make it feel rich. Every culture had a version of this. Different names, same purpose, to survive one more day. Number 16. Mock apple pie. There were no apples, just crackers, sugar, lemon flavor, baked into something that looked like pie, tasted close enough, because normalcy mattered, especially for children who needed to believe things were okay. Number 17. Mustard sandwiches. Bread, mustard, nothing else. These showed up in school lunches all across America. Teachers noticed. Some children brought nothing at all. This is why school lunch programs began. Hunger was walking into classrooms. Number 18. Codfish gravy. Salt cod soaked overnight, flaked carefully, stirred into white sauce, poured over potatoes or bread. Strong smell, strong taste, but protein that lasted through winter. Families learned to love it because hunger taught them how. The last meals weren't about filling stomachs, they were about getting through winter. Number 19. Egg drop soup. 1 egg stretched for 4. Hot broth, slow pour. Thin ribbons formed in the pot, making it look like there was more than there really was. Families watched the egg spread, hoping it would be enough. Protein disguised as abundance. Number 20. Cornbread and beans. Cornmeal was cheap. Beans were dependable. Together, they made a complete meal. Cornbread baked dense and heavy, meant to last. Beans simmered all day, seasoned with nothing but salt or a small piece of pork if luck allowed. The pot liquor mattered. Bread was dipped. Plates were wiped clean. Nothing was wasted. Everything mattered. Number 21. Fried rice from leftovers. Yesterday's rice, left uncovered, dried out on purpose. Today, it was fried. A little oil, scraps of vegetables, maybe 1 egg split between everyone. Each grain crisped in the pan. A new meal from yesterday's remains. Survival disguised as creativity. Number 22. Hot dogs and macaroni salad. Hot dogs were called the people's meat, boiled or lightly fried, served with macaroni salad made from leftovers. Cold meals for hot summers, cheap protein, simple starch, enough to get through another day. Number 23. Tuna casserole. Canned tuna, no refrigeration needed, mixed with noodles, cream soup, and baked until bubbling. This meal fed families rebuilding after war. It felt modern, but it was still survival, reliable, predictable, affordable. Number 24. Baked potatoes. Potatoes baked in hot coals or tucked into wood stoves. Split open, steam rising, a little salt, maybe butter. One potato could be dinner. Simple, heavy, enough. Number 25. Peanut butter and jelly. Cheap protein, no spoilage. One jar lasted weeks. This sandwich fed millions of children, quietly, consistently, and for many, it was the only stable meal they had. These weren't recipes, they were instructions for survival. They were cooked quietly, without cameras, without praise, just hands doing what they had to do. If this video made you see your grandparents differently, if it made you understand why they wasted nothing, then subscribe to the channel, because the past still has lessons to teach, and we're here to remember them.